What's up, folks? It's T. It's a little bit past 11 o'clock on Tuesday, April 5th, 2011. As you can see, got my comfy hoodie on again and scarf today with no hair combing. Some days, it's the way it is. You just got to do what you got to do. Well, last week's post was fairly successful, so I appreciate all the people that are devoted to listening and getting my sort of weird sense of humor and encouraging. Today will be just that, more of that interesting humor, as well as multiple emails and phone calls coming in as I do this. So hopefully we'll be able to get through this one-take jig without the phone ringing yet again. We'll see. What's the foundation been up to here in the last week or so? Well, we a little bit on the back burner just because sort of bill pay work increased. As you all know, we all live and write paycheck to paycheck. So I've been doing a little more work for Cortex, doing upgrades and special projects to just to keep that going, keep us moving forward. So foundation's been back just a little bit. Definitely got a couple gigs out of that fundraiser we did a few weeks ago, so that was really cool. Plus, I just learned a ton, as I said, about sort of where this is going and where am I going, as well as the foundation. So all in all, good. I was talking to my sister about these blogs, and she thinks that I always should sort of tell a story or something that's happened, and so I thought I would just sort of go with the flow, and whatever story popped up. Today's story is it's extremely humiliating and also very humbling, but as people have said in the past, I tend to have a way to wrap something around that is so horribly sad and make it really, really funny. So hopefully today's story will bring that laughter as well. As 3 years later, I can laugh about it, but that day I really couldn't. So anyways, without further ado. So what was happening here is that I watched the movie Iron Man, like over the weekend, and that brought back a lot of memories. So when Iron Man came out in the movie theater, right, several years back, I went with a friend of mine. His name's Chris, and we were in the movie theater, and I had my little. I think I got a root beer that day and some Reese's Pieces, and at that point I had like a really big beard too, which I thought was looked pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have seen the vignettes and stuff for the doc, but as you can see, I had a really big beard back then. Anyways, I had was doing my thing in the movie. The movie had started, and the lights are out. And I tend not to drink much or eat food during a theater. It just feels a little bit cruel, to me, to ask people to, feed me and help me get drinks. They can't see anything, and plus it ends up going all over your body, and plus they don't really get to enjoy the movie, at times because they're specifically trying to focus on your face. Anyways, Chris was doing his attempt to feed me Reese's Pieces, and about midway through the movie, I had realized that I had Reese's Pieces stuck in my beard. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's like a little bit of a extra little treat, here by my chin, and for once, sort of got to feed myself. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Anyways, that's sort of a side story. But what was happening during the movie is I began to feel a little bit of that rumble, from down below, which in quadriplegic land, not the greatest of signs. So I thought, okay, maybe that was just some passing, and we were going to be okay. And so then yet another grumble, which sort of lowered the DEFCON from 4 to about 3, and then yet another rumble, which then brought me to just priority 1, DEFCON 1. Knowing that things are about to happen, right? Sort of impending doom, if you will. And sure enough, once or twice a year, this old baggedy bone quadriplegic ends up pooping himself. And I pooped myself right there in the movie theater, literally on the back row, watching Robert Downey Jr., in a suit. I just crapped everywhere. And it was brutal, right? And so I leaned over and I'm like, "Hey, Chris, can you smell that?" And he leans over and he's like, "Smell what?" And I go, "No, I just crapped myself." He's like, "No, dude, I can't smell it." And are you sure? He's like, "No, I'm positive, man. let me watch the movie. So I'm like, okay. So, we get about 10 minutes into it, and, I'm sort of in the epicenter, the eye of the storm, and it's not that great, to be honest with you. And I just felt really embarrassed, like what was going to happen, what were we going to do, and so the problem was I really was liking the movie, and Robert Downey Jr., I mean, he's made a pretty good comeback, and I just felt like it was a total disservice if I, left with my pants full of poo. So I ended up staying for the whole movie, which is, I think, really a compliment, to Robert Downey Jr., and if he's watching or listening, you've been crapped pants, Robert. I appreciate your work and your commitment, to play the part of a pretty incredible superhero. Because of the embarrassment, I ended up wheeling over to the corner of the theater, completely segregated from everybody else, and was sitting by the trash can. In my logic, they thought, well, maybe if somebody walked by, they would think some sort of horrible smell was coming from the trash can, not my, diesel jeans, which, well, that's what it was. But anyways, so the funny part is, because what I just told you was really funny, is that the movie theater was over, the movie was over, and we're all leaving the theater. And I basically just shot straight out of the theater, opened up the fire door myself, just pushed it open, and went home and sort of just waited out the day until my caregiver got there. And then when my caregiver got there, she knew right away there was something wrong. And it was pretty incredible because I basically, it went out my pants, up my pants, and on the floor and the wheelchair and the tires and wheels and cables. And so I don't know what it was that day, who knows, but regardless, it was pretty brutal. So that's my story, and I know it's a bit different, and we definitely have gone long today yet again, but deal with it because I did too. And again, Robert, your acting is incredible, and your ability to keep somebody present and focused on you, even with pants full of poo, that's a testament, all right, to your character and ability. So I appreciate you, brother. You take care of yourself. Everybody out there, love you. All right, keep it real. Keep it funky. Bye.